This is Eléonor from Revolution. I am here with Manuel, whom we don't need a presentation anymore. Who, by the way, congratulations because of the nomination of the Grand Prix for 2 of your watches. So he's going to take the advantage and the time to explain and introduce us what are those 2 pieces and what are you showing during the last day of the Geneva Watch Days.
Thanks, Eléonor. Yeah, actually pretty happy and proud to have another 2 pieces that we put in the selection that have made it to the finals. Always good. In 2 different categories. So let's start maybe with the Petite Aiguille category, which is this one. This is the challenge.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Anyway,
the other way around.
So
but it's good because I voted for that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Me
Full
too.
disclaimer.
Me too. Sorry, but we obviously, the 2 of us, we don't count that much that it goes into the finals, but maybe, who knows. So I'm very proud that the first piece that made it is the collaboration with Eléonor from Massena that we just launched in May this year, as usual, based on the iconic regulator of Louis Erard, limited edition of 178, which translates into being strong together. That's why we choose this number. And I'm pretty proud because it's a very beautiful, very antique inspired, anti-Janvier inspired piece. Sorry for the helicopter in the back. Some VIP clients landing, I guess, for the party tonight.
Already queuing.
Already queuing. With the gold finished grené dial.
It's a very interesting textured dial.
Yeah, as we say, grené with this like metal, beautiful piece. So pretty proud of this, and something that for me is, pretty much represents the philosophy that we have in Louis Erard. This is a collaboration we did with Second. It's called the Louis Erard because it plays with we're playing with our own brand name. So instead of Louis Erard, it becomes Louis Erard. And for those who know, Second is a customizer of second or minute hands. And in this particular case, he played with the name and also the center hand for the regulator, the minute hand. Becomes this big bar with the 404 that for some of the computer geeks know very well what it means.
You'd actually need to be a geek to have seen on your computer screen 404 error. It happened to the best of us.
Happened to or you all but a geek, then it happens quite often too. I think geeks get away better than the 404 error. That's more for people like me who don't know how to use a computer. Anyway, so these 2, also obviously the iconic regulator, 42 milliliter case in both cases, and the Celita movement specifically developed for us with a regulator complication. So this is
if we want it?
Huh?
If we want it?
If you want it?
Yeah.
Well, they're both sold out, so.
Story of everybody's life, I think, right now when it comes to acquiring a watch.
Good watches.
Good watches, true.
No, I think, well, I would say the good thing is that there's more and more people discovering the beauty of watchmaking. We obviously know that, especially in the high end or in the premium segment, there's a few very desirable watches for different reasons, but it's quite uncommon in our price segment to have this reality.
Yeah, I was going to say, the job that you guys are doing at Louis Erard and the impulsion that you've been given to the company is very interesting and at the same time super cool because you make super cool watches that are affordable. But then the second problem is that availability and how to get a hold of those watches. But that's another problem to have.
Well, they're affordable but not necessarily accessible. So which we're working on. But for me at the beginning when I took it over, I wanted to rebuild the brand equity through the product. For me, the product is the hero in the story of Louis Erard and in general in the story of watches. And obviously, to make it more desirable, more exciting, I also wanted it to be limited. And initially, I questioned myself, what is this one is, I think, pretty famous for being not that very accessible, let's say, very affordable, but definitely not any more accessible. But look, when I started, I said to myself, I want to have a limited edition that is not too small that it's not worth it, 100, and not too big to become vulgar. And for me, 500 limited editions of 500, I find a bit
limited.
It's not limited anymore. So I thought, okay, what's there in between 100 and 500? And everybody else would say 250, and I said 250 is a bit boring. So I was looking for a figure that could match very well, and happened that 178 came up, which translate into, it's obviously from the Chinese, not that we're focusing on the Chinese market, but the Chinese numerals talk. And 178 means exactly Yi Qi Fa, which also means being strong together. It also means getting rich together, but I'm saying no, we're not there yet.
And 178, 1 plus 7 equals 8, and then 8, and we have the lucky numbers.
We have the lucky 8, obviously always being a lucky number, but also 8 is obviously the design of a regulator. So it all fits somehow together. So very happy with this, and we're going to continue doing collaborations. I mean, the idea is, a certain number of people know, the idea is really to have 4 types of collaborations, and each of them at least once a year. So watchmakers, famous names. We already have quite an impressive lineup for the next few years.
Well, last year it was pretty cool, 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was like Vianney was pretty cool. Alain is super cool. I mean, Vianney is super cool, not pretty cool, but super cool. But we have one in the pipe for next year that.
Any hints?
Not really.
Okay.
Let's say it's in the ecosystem.
Of course it is.
Well, in this particular ecosystem here.
Okay.
Which now you understand, but
yes.
I guess nobody here understands. But that's good to go. And then we do watchmakers, we do architects and designers. We did Atelier, which for me is a very important piece in the collection. We're going to start at the end of the year with contemporary artists, but really
which is a particular industry that you're fond of.
That has been a passion for a few years for me, and I have a lot of friends which are very well established contemporary artists.
Cool.
I'm happy to collaborate with them as well. And then the 4th element is what I call the ecosystem, the watchmaking ecosystem. That means people that are in our industry that do something or have something to say that are not necessarily a classical watchmaker. Massena, second, and most recently.
The last piece that you're showing us.
Exactly, is the Label Noir collaboration. Label Noir is a company based in Geneva that does custom. A lot of collaborations as well, and I just like the people, and for me it's also this pleasure to work with the people I like, whether it's a William or Romerick for second, or Manuel from Label Noir. For me it's a people's industry. So he designed a watch that is obviously very custom. That means for the first time we have a PVD treated case, a lot of attentions to different color shades of black and gray, and a little twist on the back with this acid green tinted sapphire crystal. And I quite liked it because obviously Label Noir does custom for different brands that not everybody appreciates that they do. So I thought the acid green somehow fits pretty well.
Made it. Cool. And there's a contrast between first and second. I don't know if we can actually tell, but yeah. It shows something like pitch dark, something a little more grayish, textury. Very cool.
How come you come over so much better than me on video?
Because I'm wearing colors.
Yeah.
The only reason.
Well,
thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
so much for the presentation, and I'm sure we'll hear more about what's happening in the next couple of months, and also for the Grand Prix de l'Horlogerie.
Let's see. Look, I'm pretty happy with the selection. That's good for me to go.
Really a big step. The importance to participate.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.